Good morning. So, Premier Ford made his announcement yesterday that we're heading into 4 more weeks of lockdown, and this, in many ways, it feels a little bit like Groundhog Day. So, kind of like the movie Groundhog Day, where things keep repeating because I feel like we've been here before. So there's that repetition, but also we got 6 more weeks of winter here. We're hunkering down. So I joke about it, but it is serious business, right? There are folks who think that this is overdue, that we should have started this lockdown a few weeks back. There are other folks who are not happy about this at all, and as they face the loss of their livelihoods, it's a very serious business. So there's a whole wide range of emotions, but I think there's one that kind of flows through all of us, and that's kind of maybe depression is a little bit of a strong word, but certainly on the darkest day of the year, when we get this announcement that we're going to have this social isolation is going to increase to a really high degree for the next 4 weeks. There's that feeling of why are we just not coming up for air? All this talk about the vaccine, I think has gotten a lot of people's hopes up, and then to be kind of pushed back under for a little while as we are now, it's a difficult thing. I guess we're going to have time to work through that together. So hopefully some of these upcoming videos will start talking about how to process some of the grief that we're feeling, because we are in fact grieving. We've lost an awful lot. But we're going to go into this lockdown. We're going to do it together, and we're going to do it for the right reasons. Now, one thing that I want to talk about today is our Christmas Eve service. So the initial reports that came before the initial announcement were that this lockdown would happen on Christmas Eve day, which would have eliminated our service. As it is, the official word is that it's going to be Boxing Day. So we are still able to have our Christmas Eve candlelight service here at St. Paul's, and I'm quite excited about it. Now, of course, in the spirit of lockdown, the reason we're going into this lockdown is because we have to be more careful about this disease. So as we gather for our worship, all of those things that we've gotten used to in the last little while, we're still going to do. So still pre-register so that we know everybody who's coming. We're going to have the hand sanitizer, masks, socially distant, all those things that we've gotten used to doing over the last little while. We're going to do again. But I think it's quite important that we still have this service, because this is a very unique service, and I think especially in all that we're going through right now, a lot of folks really, really need this, because the Christmas Eve service, the lighting of the lights, it's this declaration, and to borrow words that I use quite often at funerals, this worship service is a declaration that death and darkness do not have the final word. That on this darkest time of the year, we light a light, and that light symbolizes Christ, who is the light and the life of all men and all women. And that light stands in the darkness. The darkness can't overcome it. So I'm quite pleased that we're able to actually make this declaration together and have this celebration together, because to me, anyway, that's what I'll be drawing strength from as we step into this lockdown. This idea of the light shining brightly in the darkness simply cannot overcome it. It's just not possible. So I invite everybody who is registered to please plan to come. If you're not registered yet, I think there's still some room. So we'll have our celebration. We'll move into lockdown, and then throughout that, pardon me, we'll continue doing online worship. So at this point, I'm not sure if it's going to be live stream or if it's going to be pre-recorded as we had before, or some kind of hybrid of the two. We'll have to kind of sort that out depending on our availability of what we're able to do. But Christmas is here. Christmas cannot be stopped by a shutdown, and we will celebrate. We'll celebrate in a way that is as responsible and safe as we can. And we're going to welcome that light into the world, into our lives.